Iburu onye Igbo, if you're an Igbo person, Igama, if you're dressed like this, your step has to be this way. So your shoulder can be low. So you have to put your shoulder low. And it be like this.
Guys, the way Biggie scored the housemates tonight based on their Indomie task, it really goes to show that what goes around comes around. It simply pays to be good, because some of these housemates thought that they were being very strict and they were being very I don't know what they had in mind, while grading their fellow housemates. But then Biggie turned the tables around and some housemates ended up losing money.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bbnaija and this is Frankly Speaking with Glory. If you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, you're welcome back again. If you are yet to subscribe, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel, and also turn on post notification to also receive alerts of my videos whenever I upload a new one. I upload videos multiple times daily. Now guys, today the housemates had their Indomie task and they had it in different stages. So the first stage was for them to go shopping into from a big pot of ingredients. And guys, it was really fun to watch the housemates swim in a big box of balloons, or should I say a big pot of balloons, looking for ingredients. And according to Biggie actually gave them some instructions. So they were to take 5 ingredients of their choice, and then they were to take a delicious hint in the big pot of Indomie to search for props to be used for their cooking, which is actually the second stage of the task. Now, as usual for this task, Biggie gave the housemates a couple of instructions to guide them on how to go about the Indomie challenge. Now, the housemates were to play the first stage, which is the ingredient hint. The task basically came in 3 stages, right? Shopping for the ingredients, the second one was cooking with the ingredients, and the third one was giving a cultural presentation of whatever they had cooked. Now guys, for the shopping for the ingredients, what they had to do was to use markers and mark their board, take 5 ingredients of their choice, and then they were to take a delicious hint in a big pot of balloons that had ingredients at the bottom. And then each of the housemates is expected to find 5 of these ingredients in exchange for real ones, which they will be using to cook much later. And then the big pot of ingredients must correspond with the marked ingredients they have on their board, and then they each have 1 minute to mark their preferred ingredients, and that was what they did. And so guys, these housemates, they went on a treasure hunt for their ingredients. It was actually really funny and fun watching them play in that big pot of balloons. And then afterwards, Biggie paired them into groups. We had group 1 or team 1, Wathoni and Kid. Team 2, we had Neo and Erica. Team 3, we had Lucy and Ozo. Team 4, we had Tolani Badge and Tricky T. Team 5, we had Lakon and Dorothy. Team 6, we had Nengi and Pris, while team 7, we had Brighto and V. And so guys, that was how they started cooking. Now guys, if you cast your mind back to last season's Big Brother Naija show, you've realized that today's Indomie task had a it was almost the same thing as the Arla cooking show of last season. Remember, this was exactly the same thing that the housemates did last season. They used the varieties of the butter and the milk cooking oil and cooking ingredients from Arla product to prepare I think spaghetti or noodles. I can't remember what they cooked anyways, but that was what they did. And so the housemates did similar today, and they had to do a presentation whilst they were cooking, just talk about what you are cooking and all of that. So it was quite fun guys, watching all the male housemates get busy in the kitchen. And afterwards, they were also provided with outfits from Indomie, which was actually beautifully representing their cultures. So every housemate had an attire, an outfit that clearly represented where they come from. And so each of these housemates prepared their meals, and then they had their presentations in the arena. And then according to Biggie, they were supposed to score themselves accordingly. Now guys, this was where the twist of the game came up. Kidwire scored Wathoni 7, while Wathoni scored Kidwire 10. Erica scored Neo 10, while Neo scored Erica 10. Ozo scored Lucy 10, while Lucy scored Ozo 10. Tricky T scored Tolani Badge 10, while Tolani Badge scored Tricky T 9. Dorothy scored Lekon a 10, while Lekon scored Dorothy a 9. Nengi scored Prince a 9, while Prince scored Nengi a 9 as well. V scored Brighto a 7, while Brighto scored V a 6. Now, for all of these scores that these housemates gave each other, they had their reasons, yeah. And guys, it was so funny because these housemates were given the weirdest of the weirdest ingredients to prepare their noodles. Now, Erica was given palm oil to prepare her noodles, and guys, it brought back old memories of days when I was still in the university. Guys, I used to cook my noodles with palm oil, and it was the most delicious feeling ever, the most delicious taste, especially when you use palm oil and you put crayfish. Like, guys, that was the go-to meal in the hostel, and it was really delicious. So whilst Erica was cooking that food, I already had a mental taste in my head. You know, I was salivating literally, and trust her fans to emulate what she did. She actually really did great. You know, somebody actually cooked Indomie with periwinkles, and I'm like, oh my god, I felt so irritated because number one, I don't eat periwinkles, so it was crazy even watching these people even experiment. You know, they use shrimps, Lucy used vegetable to cook and noodles. You know, they explore. Somebody even used okporoko, that's stockfish, to cook noodles. You know, they use different kinds of ingredients, and it was really versatile and quite interesting to watch. So guys, at the end of the evening, that was where Biggie brought about the twist. Now, Biggie's twist came in this format. According to Biggie, everyone had done well, and their reward was 4 million naira. Now the entire house won 4 million naira, but Biggie made a statement. He said it is quite important for every housemate to allow their fellow housemates or anybody, you know, to cook Indomie in their own style, in their own cultural style, without prejudice, right? And then he commended them for doing well before he told them that they had all won 4 million naira. But then he said that the 4 million naira had to be shared in different ways, in a very peculiar way. That is, each team was entitled to 570,000 naira, and it was to be shared in 2 ways. And then Biggie said that the formula for sharing is this: the score you give to your partner is your own score for today. In other words, if you gave your partner 10 and your partner gave you 10, then it means that both of you have 10. So if you gave your partner a 6 and your partner gave you a 10, in other words, it means that you are the one that got that 6. Guys, when Biggie said that, all the housemates, they were shocked. They were like, what? You know, so for those people that gave each other 10, they were already excited that, thank God though that they gave each other 10 though. So for those people that gave each other 10 over 10, they were so excited. They were even happy. They were thanking God that, thank God though that we gave each other 10 though. So Biggie actually shared the money for them by himself. Biggie said that the money will not be shared equally. You know, for instance, the housemate who scored their partner higher gets the higher share, while the partner who scored their housemates lower gets the lower share. Now for Wathoni, because Kidwire scored at 7, Biggie switched the scores and gave Wathoni 10 instead, and returned back the 7 to Kidwire, and vis-a-vis for the rest of the housemates. So Wathoni got 335,000 naira, while Kidwire got 235,000 naira. Neo and Erica each got 285,000 naira equally because they both scored each other a 10. Now Lucy and Ozo both got 285,000 naira equally because they both scored each other a 10. Tolani Badge got 270,000 naira because she scored Tricky T a 9, so automatically she got back the 9 she gave to Tricky T, while Tricky T got 300,000 naira because he scored Tolani Badge a 10, which is quite higher. Lekon scored Dorothy a 9, so he got 275,000 naira, while Dorothy got 300,000 naira because she scored Lekon a 10. Nengi got 270,000 naira because she scored Prince a 9 while Prince scored her a 10. So Biggie gave her back a score, while Prince got 300,000 naira cash. Okay, we didn't see the cash, sorry about that. And then Brighto got 263,000 naira for scoring V a 6, while V got 307,000 naira, you know, because she scored Brighto a 7. Guys, I was super excited that Brighto got a very low score, because in my head I'm like, Brighto, what happened? Every other person is scoring their fellow housemate a 9 or 10. You just give your own housemate a 6. V too, why will you give your fellow housemate a 7? Like, it didn't really make sense. But at the end of the day, guys, all the housemates were pretty much excited, and Biggie told them that they had all won a voucher, as they will all be treated to a special delicacy from the Indomie noodles house. And guys, that was how the task went today. It was quite interesting. All the housemates had fun, and the fun part of today's task, guys, was the fact that the housemates were able to entertain us 100% with 100% organic content. Like, off the top of their heads, they just thought about the traditional Nollywood film to act, you know, and it was quite interesting watching all of them come out of their element, although Ozo can be quite boring sometimes, because it was just there looking and smiling and laughing, you know. But the rest of the housemates, they had so much fun cruising on, you know, because they were all wearing still their traditional attire. So it was really fun watching all of them. That's it, guys. That's all for this particular episode of Frankly Speaking with Glory. I will see you guys in another video. Have an amazing night's rest, and thanks for watching. Bye.